One more day. One more day. Have you ever felt something so tantalizingly close that you can almost taste it, and yet there's the possibility of it simply not coming towards you, and something else overtaking its boundaries? Usually it's something surprising, but sometimes it can be predictable as well. For me, both outcomes are failure and success. As much as I want to be positive, I have to be realistic about these scenarios. The scenario of failure to me with this ridiculous plan of mine was inevitable, and yet it never came to be. Right now I'm sitting in the precipice of disaster and total enlightenment, and either way, I am terrified of both outcomes. If I win, what will happen next? I, of course, know what to do next, but at the same time, that feeling of actually achieving what is impossible is completely anxiety-inducing. Something that has to be accepted. Something that has to be driven off and accepted. Otherwise, it was all for nothing, even after everything going according to plan. And I intend every single step
Hey, Mixer, buddy! Are you doing alright in there?
No. If you don't mind, I desire to be in my own state of mind. For me to be alone, to think of what to do against the inevitable threat that is upon us.
I understand, but at the same time, you need a bit of a breath of fresh air.
Oh, stubborn prick.
But anyways, I just came here to talk to you because Scorch was kind of concerned about you.
His concern is justified, but I am fine. I have no flaws within my mindset at the very moment.
Well, he did mention that you didn't like me. I understand that I can get on some people's nerves, but we need to work together, especially that you wanted to rescue me in the first place. Isn't that what you wanted to do?
Hatred. That's the word. Dislike is such a underestimated statement.
Oh, that's a bit of a strong words there, Mixer. I mean, I know people, some people don't like me, and I understand, but hatred is a really strong word. It's not good to live your life in hatred. After all, it can do really bad things to your health.
It can. But I don't need to worry about my life ending when the moment comes.
Oh, Mixer, I don't like bringing this up, but everything has an ending.
I have a mission to accomplish. One that you do not need to know about. Now, if you can kindly piss off, that'd be much appreciated.
Well, that's not really nice. I've been trying my...
You've been trying your best to interrupt my plans. That is what you're trying to do. I am thinking of a perfect strategy for us to beat him. But you don't need to know that, because you already have it in your own mind.
Now I'm really confused. I mean, I have ideas of how to beat Tenebra, but it's not like
You already know what's going to happen before it happens. You were destined to be here at this very moment to stop him. You are destined to destroy him. And that's what I hate so much, is that our destinies are predetermined. Something I am exacting to change.
Whoa, that's a bit too much there, Mixer. I don't believe in destiny. I believe we all have
Then
our
explain why you're here. How did you get here? That's what I want to know. The fact I could predict you being here without needing my benefactors is strange. To know that you are so specific with your dream traveling powers is terrifying to me. You couldn't have known any of this, and yet somehow you're here. Why aren't you in other said dreams? Why is it now that you're against Tenebre? Why is it now that you're facing him at a crucial point of his life? Why are you facing him when he was about to destroy Hupo? If you were never here, Scorch would have killed him that day. The fact you're here says everything I need to know.
I don't know, okay? I don't know. I don't know why you're so angry at me. It's not my fault that I can do this. I just want to help people. I accept the fact that I have this responsibility. As much as I am scared the fact that I have this, I accept the fact I need to do things. I need to save people. I need to save worlds. They trust in me because I'm a very kind individual, not because I'm really strong or whatnot. I just want to help people.
A therapist at need is all you are. You are desiring to save people from their own minds. You're desiring to save dreams. You're desiring to save people's lives. Well, I intend to do the same thing. But unlike you and your hope, I wish to correct people's lives in a more balancing treatment. They need to know pain. They need to know depression, suffering. They need to know it the hard way in order for them to understand what true humility is. Otherwise, they're gonna grow lazy, complacent. Their dictatorship minds are going to take over them, and they're going to spoil the beautiful worlds they were gifted. They need to understand it the hard way. They try to explain away their feelings, but they need to act. They need to do actions instead of talk to people that are so complacent. Those individuals with such a lazy mind don't do anything but sit around on their asses until the day that life will simply take their life away from them, because all they're desiring is death. Despite what they think, all they want to do is die, because they know their lives are meaningless, because they can't be bothered to actually do anything with it. But I will remedy that fact. I will enlighten everybody and show there are ways to politely show individuals how to actually respond to such evils. And before you say it, I understand why evils exist. There's a balance that needs to be stored. After all, life is all about balance.
And so with that balance, you're gonna create a dictatorship that is going to...
How dare you even insinuate
No,
that
how
I'm...
dare you even insinuate that you can possibly fix what's just impossible? You don't see me complaining about it. You're doing the exact same thing as you're mentioning. You're trying to stop this evil by becoming that evil. What do you think is gonna happen, huh? You're gonna suddenly be good like everybody else? No, you're not. You're gonna be like what you say is wrong. Trying to balance worlds is just impossible. Think of so much things like the ecosystem and the balancing of so many species and understanding so much culture. How are you gonna do all of that, huh? Even one world would just be difficult. My dream traveling is very difficult to understand, but what you're saying seems like you want to just take over a bunch of worlds and make it your vision. That's not something good. That's just dictatorship. That's what you're saying you want to avoid. And yes, if you heard my stories, then yes, I do help out people that can produce sorrow and depression and negative emotions. But those individuals are necessary. What you're doing is just invading other people's homeworlds. What you're doing is conquest. People wouldn't want to be subjugated by a god that comes out of complete nowhere. I mean, some may want to, but that's besides the point. The point fact is, most people wouldn't want to be controlled by some godlike entity. I clearly know there's many different people down on Lunarville, for example. I know Guns doesn't believe in the whole Claire thing, and that's fine, that's his opinion. He doesn't need to be subjugated or controlled by anything. All he needs to do is not just hurt anybody. And at the end of the day, that's what you should do as well. Never mind all this gods and conquest and balance nonsense. Just help people. That's all you need to do. Is it really that complex? Can't it just be so simple as just help another buddy out? What's so funny about that? What's wrong with you?
You know the hypocrisy of it all. I am a man of science. A being that is meant to believe in the theory or fact that evolution is the reason why we all exist. Not because of some benevolent god that wanted to create us. It was simple, pure evolution of life. But when I was revealed to the fact that both of them exist without any sort of logic at all, and all of my facts about evolution being cast aside like nothing, I simply let loose. Imagine all that time and effort, all that time working for a grand army because a simple war broke out over some sort of nonsense. I was on one end and they were on the other. Were we good guys or bad guys? Who knows and who cares? By the time that I was finished with this war, everyone I knew was dead because I eliminated all of them because they defied the very notion that a peace offer could just be established. But they never thought of that. They weren't smart enough. They weren't intelligent as me, and they were lazy enough to believe that this so-called war was going to have an end point. But it doesn't, for they are both fearful of actually doing the other one in. For they are too scared to actually pull the trigger. I wasn't. I eliminated both factions, billions of lives, and so many homeworlds being desolate due to this so-called war, and they pushed me over to the edge. So I simply let out every single destructive weapon or arsenal my militant had, and watched this chaos rain down upon everybody. Wasn't it the right thing to do? No. But it was the only choice I had for my eventual resignement. I know what I need to do. Every action I do is the right one. Every single movement, every single word I establish, every single stuttering in my sentence brings me one step closer to my predetermined thing that I see. And it drives me insane that I have to do all this Deus Ex Machina bullshit for me to get this godhood. It's completely maddening, you would say. But it's simply what needs to be done. I can't... You will all understand soon enough. You may not believe me now, but once you see it, you will be enlightened. Now please leave me alone. I need to think upon these matters. Thank you for coming by and checking up on me, Klonoa. Your help is very appreciative.
Mixer, you don't mean any of that, right? You need help, Mixer. You really do. Once this is all over, I promise, I will help you get out of this weird little thing you confine yourself in. It's not healthy thinking this way. You can't predict the future. That's just simply...
You are simply in disbelief because I can predict the future and yet still have achieved these horrible things. But I've already told you as to why. Now please remove yourself from my sight before I forcibly do it. No.
Mixer, please, understand I don't want to harm you. Even after all the terrible stuff you may have done, just realize that if you can predict the future, you can do so much more good. I know what you said. if true, is really wrong. But at the same time, you have so many more years, I assume, to your life. And even then, if not that much, then even then you could do so much with what you can see in the future. If it's true, you could fix everything. You can even go back to your world and bring some artifacts to bring everybody to life. It's not impossible.
Okay, I had enough of this.
Scorch? What?
Okay, buddy, I don't understand what the hell is your malfunction for what you're doing here, and just simply saying this horrible stuff to this kid. Just what the hell is wrong with you?
It is all necessary, Scorch. Trust me when I say this, but this creature over here doesn't deserve...
Oh, sorry, my hand slipped. Oh, sorry, I did it again. You want another one? Because I can surely give you one. In fact, I could push you off of this balcony and just end it all.
I thought we were friends, Scorch.
Oh, absolutely. Hell no, you're not pulling that card on me, mister. I thought you were a bit crazy, but you're full on a psycho, you hear me? You know what you're doing is wrong, and yet you're continuing to do it. Was me being an ass to Klonoa really necessary, or did I just need to avoid him at all costs and it would have been the exact same events that could have transpired as to now? Don't even end that sentence. I know you're gonna say because it is the right thing to do. Mixer, buddy, what the hell has been going up with you lately? Sure, we're almost there. But this? No. If this is the price to getting that so-called godhood, then count me out. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're on your own for this one.
And what about you? Are you going to apologize to everyone you wronged? Are you going to stop everything you've done wrong?
No, I'm not, you idiot. I'm not a goody two-shoes. You can go screw yourself, and everyone else for that matter.
You're a very bad man, you know that, Mixer? Once this is all done, I hope the judge can see you as someone worthy of getting a prison sentence. 'Cause otherwise, well, I think you know what'll be happening. And you won't be getting that godlike power. I'll make sure of it.
And yet you could kill me here and now, but you don't choose to because you believe in this notion of hope.
It's not just that, it's because we need you, unfortunately, so you can help us stop that Tenebra. But I'll make sure
Calm. One more day. One more day.